I'm here at Don Muang Airport in Bangkok. It's the older of the two airports that are here. I remember flying out of this airport in 1985 when I was here for the SEA Games. And I flew from here to Brussels on an airline called Sabina. That was their home base. I'm not sure they're even in business any longer. But it's been such a long time that I don't really know what is available at this airport. So before I went through security, I thought I'd get some breakfast and try to spend more of my odd bahts. Bahts, by the way, in case you're keeping track, is the name for Thai money. I just finished my breakfast of pad Thai with tofu. Now, I have to tell you, if you're planning on coming to Bangkok, the sort of joke is that all American tourists order pad Thai because it's like pizza. It's easy to eat, it's tasty, and it's the only thing they know. But there are tons of other kinds of food that you can get here. But I like pad Thai. It's good for breakfast. And when you order it with tofu instead of chicken or beef, it sort of throws them for a loop. I think I may have neglected to tell you why I was here at the airport. I'm going to be flying to Siem Reap. The Tour 24 actually gets underway once I get to Cambodia. The reason I came to Bangkok is because it was easy to get here, and it was a lot cheaper than flying directly into Cambodia. As is usually my practice, I'm way too early here at the airport. In fact, I don't think the plane that I'm flying on to Cambodia is even built yet. That's how early I am. But that's the story of my life. I'm always at the airport early. Well, this is Siem Reap International Airport. It's gigantic, but almost empty. In fact, I think our flight that I was on, Air Asia 610 from Bangkok, was the only flight that was coming in at the time. I'm supposed to have a tuk-tuk bringing me into town. We'll see what happens. I don't think it's a tuk-tuk though. I think the last thing I talked about my ride into town was that I was going to be taking a tuk-tuk. Now I'm happy that I didn't take a tuk-tuk because as you can see, it's pretty hot here today and it was a long ride from the airport into town. I did come into town in a nice air-conditioned car, but it took about an hour to get here. It's 40 degrees. It's hot. So right now I'm just taking a walk around the neighborhood at my hotel. I'll show you what the hotel looks like by the time I get back. Right now, this is my Siem Reap neighborhood. Well, I've spotted my first elephant. Not a real one though. And it's conveniently located right next to a traditional Cambodian pasta corner. The little restaurants that I passed all have pizza as one of the main offerings. They've got a lot of Western type food too. But as far as I've seen so far, a lot of the Cambodian foods are things with curries, which is good, of course. It's just that I don't associate that mainly with Cambodian food. Curry is quite common all over the place. Like I know what I'm talking about. This is a beer called Crud. Believe it or not, when I was coming into town, there was also a motor oil by the same name. Maybe it's the same stuff. With the weather this hot, I'm wondering how much vlogging I'm actually going to be able to do with this camera before it just gives out in the heat. Being the international man of steel that I am, I'm sure I can take it, but I'm not sure the camera can. As you can see, a lot of the architecture is French. I believe Cambodia used to be a French colony. Not sure about that. You can look that up. Because when I was in Phnom Penh, I saw a lot of street signs that were still in French. This was back in 2016. And I don't know why, but I have this association with Cambodia and France. And I think it's because it used to be a colony of France. But I'll get to the bottom of that one. Another interesting thing to note is that traffic moves on the right here, unlike in Malaysia and Thailand, where it moves on the left. Another interesting thing is that they use the US dollar as their main currency. Well, maybe not main. They do have a local currency called a real. They're worth about 4,000 to 1 US dollar. But the US dollar, as I explained in another video, is usually accepted everywhere you go. In fact, if you go to an ATM, you're going to get US dollars. And the driver on the car I took in from the airport said that now you even have a choice to get reals or US dollars. My most embarrassing moment in 2016 was when I was trying to withdraw 50,000 reals from the ATM that only distributed US dollars. So that would have been fun, if assuming that I could get that money, many dollars out of an ATM. Walking around Phnom Penh with that much money in my pocket wouldn't be a good idea. Well, I just had a delicious dish of curry rice and a not too bad pineapple milkshake. Actually, it's a pineapple shake. I don't think there was any milk in it. And right now, I think that's enough adventure for one day. I'm gonna find the hotel and cool off. Yeah, I think that's gonna be enough for today. I'm gonna say thanks for watching and be seeing you.